So, are you gonna ask for my number? Or should I just DM myself to you? Because I've been waiting, bro. Too long.
Guys not making a move anymore is so frustrating because the amount of times that I've heard so and so has liked you before, like at this time. I didn't know if you felt the same way, so he never said anything to you. I've been getting that a lot recently, and I can't stop thinking, what if, bro? So guys, can you make a move again? Can we stop being afraid and just make a gesture? I'm never gonna make a move.
It doesn't really matter because you didn't want the guy when he was available, right? It'll be this whole cat and mouse game until you're 40 or 50 years old. We finally made it to each other and love will find a way. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And you spend all of that time wasting your time doing whatever you want to do and playing around. It was just never the right time. Modern women always have a way to spin a story so that it seems like a happily ever after, like a love wins, like oh my God, I didn't know this would happen. It was just, it was just worked out. The universe just wanted us to be together type story. And it always ends in nonsense. And if you dig a little bit more deep into it, which men have started to do now, which is why they're staying single, it's just foolishness. And you've been out here playing games.
This is very important. A man who doesn't plan dates does not give an F about you. And I know what you're going to say. Why should he give an F about me? He doesn't know me. Wrong. A real, true, masculine provider man who is a gentleman and who is out seeking something serious, who is dating with intention, is going to want to impress you. He's not going to want you to look elsewhere. No. He's going to want to impress you, which means he'll be asking you, what's your favorite cuisine? He'll be asking you, how are you getting to this location? Can I pick you up or I'll send a car? He's going to care about your safety. He's going to be worried about your safety. That is the kind of man that you want to be with. Stay away from men who do not plan dates.
The downside of being attractive is they don't even try. She's out of my league. She's not going to give me the time of the day.
It would take a lot of investment for her to choose him if she doesn't desire him already. I remember one guy when I went to drama school, he was in the year above me. There was this girl in my year, really attractive girl. He was a great guy, average looking guy. He messaged her and talked to her every day for like 3 or 4 months before she went on a date with him. Now from that, they ended up being in a relationship for like 2 and a bit years. But that's what it took for him to even get to a point, give so much investment just for her to even give the opportunity. Personally for me, I would not do that. Either there's a level of reciprocal desire here, and then it's like, cool, then I'll make the effort to see where it goes. But if there isn't, that's all good. I wish you the best. Nothing but love for you, right? So I think if a guy sees a girl that he really feels is out of his league, he's like, okay, I'd have to put so much work just for her to get to this point where I'm at now, where I'd even just give it a chance. And then even then, you don't even know if she's going to be a good person or not. Sure, you get the really good looking girl. That's the thing. It's not even guaranteed.
But then nothing is guaranteed, is it?
Well, exactly, which is why they don't try.
In some weird power move way, or at least they think it's a power move, these modern women want you to be at their every beck and call. Oh, I decided now I wanted to be married. Why don't you come on ahead and approach me, get with me, take me out, court me, date me, really show me some love. After 2 years, that's indecisive. Y'all need to stop worrying about men approaching you, because I'm sure there were plenty of men approaching you. Plenty of good men too. We're not talking about, oh, I really didn't find him attractive. Oh, he was a red flag. You wouldn't have even known about it because you didn't give anybody the time of day. You were on that kick about, oh, I just focus on my career and I ain't going to date nobody and yada, yada, yada. My career comes first before anybody. Okay, then. Their life comes first too. And now they're not worried about you. And now you upset because they not giving you the time of day. They not approaching you when back 4 or 5 years ago, all that could have been solved. All of it was solved. These men were taking you out on dates, or at least trying. These men were attempting, pulling out all the stops. I will send you a car. I will give you this. I will give you that. Hey, here's a present. Here's some flowers. Sending them to your work. You had people at work teasing you. Oh, who is this? Who is your secret? Oh, girl, that ain't nobody. He won't leave me alone in my DMs all the time. And now they ain't approaching. The well done dried up. And now y'all wondering where the men went. 4 or 5 years ago, That's where they went. They moved on to bigger and better things. Now they focusing on their life with a woman elsewhere.
2025 is the year that we are finding our husbands. And by finding, I mean just opening up your eyes and realizing that there's men all around you at all times. All you need to do is smile. Go out to dinner by yourself. Go talk to your gym crush. Ask him if he could help you lift up a weight. Smile at people when you're out. Go join a workout class. Put yourself in an environment where you have the opportunity to meet people. And when you are meeting people, have conversations. And when you like how that conversation is going and you can tell that it's starting to unfold in the way that maybe a little flirtation is happening, put yourself out there a little bit more. Maybe ask for an Instagram. If somebody is leading it to show you that they're interested, bite back. Because in 2025, we are not playing. Start smiling. Start smiling.
I also prayed to God that he would help me get over you.
Always been on dating apps. Like, I'm not someone that's afraid to find what I'm looking for, but for the past couple of months I've actually deleted the whole app and just said I just can't do this anymore. Like, it's so hard for me to communicate with someone. They care way more about looks, unfortunately. Like, they'll be like, they message you and ask you for Snap, Instagram, anything that shows your physical attributes. And this is one thing I hate, because now when they ask for these socials, at first I used to give it to them because I wasn't really aware of what they were asking for. But ever since then, I started to realize that more and more people were asking for Snap. After, you can see on the dating apps, you can see my pictures. Why are you asking for my socials? But this has become so common because they want to see more of how you look physically. They don't care about what you're saying, they care about how you look. For mirror pictures, they will ask for selfies, they will ask for you without a scarf on. It's like, hello, you saw I've put on way more pictures than you have. Why do you need my socials?
It's definitely true that it could be they are looking for some foolishness, which is some pictures with you with no clothes on, right? That's probably the case in some instances with some weird men out there. But it also might be the case that they got to be married to you. And they ask the same thing consistently across the board, whether you're wearing a scarf or whether you're not. I want to see who you are before I marry you. I want to see who you are before I commit to you. You modern women want to go into a man's bank account, left and right. Y'all want him to show you everything, lay it all on the table before I even before I go on a date with you, before I even decide to text back. You better give me the socials, all that stuff. As a matter of fact, I didn't already done a background check on you. But the moment a man asks, can I see you for who you actually are, for who you really are? All of a sudden, it's a problem. Now, I understand your religion and the scarf and all that stuff. I get it. You know, somebody in your religion probably understand it, probably won't even ask for that type of stuff, right? But people outside of your religion, even though they understand it, they're going to be like, I want to see. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I still want to see what I'm getting into when I'm marrying. Oh, if that's the case, just pass me by. Okay, I will. But y'all asking and saying that don't know men approach you. And so when I approach you and I'm saying, hey, can I see this? And you don't want it to happen, don't complain about men not approaching. And if you don't want to show nothing, talking about respectfully, pictures, yeah, see, what a lot of these women out here like to do is they like to put themselves at angles and twists and turns and all that other stuff. And it doesn't show you who they really are. You got a full body pic, they sitting up there roasting you. You on a boat with a fish in your hand, they sitting up there roasting you. But at least you know exactly what I look like. At least you didn't see in a full body pic. You know what I look like. You know what to expect. Y'all get mad at men for lying about they height, and they shouldn't be doing that. So when a man is asking you this stuff, he's saying to you, I don't want no catfish. I don't want nobody lying to me about how they actually look when they look different. And y'all act like y'all can't understand that when in the same situation, y'all would be asking for the same thing.
The type of man I will never, ever, ever go for again is the low effort, nonchalant. Like the guy that just does not care about me or anything. Keep that away from me. Because I have learned with so much experience that guy just doesn't like you. He's nonchalant because he doesn't like you. You don't matter enough to him to care, to invest. The guys that I've dated that have been the best to me are the ones that care and show you they care. The nonchalant ones might care a little, but not enough. I want my guy to put effort to show that I matter to him, to be vocal when he doesn't like things, and to put genuine effort into our relationship and into nurturing like what we have. Being with a nonchalant person just drains the out of you, especially if you're a lover girl. Constantly feeling like that love that you put out is not reciprocated or matched whatsoever is draining. I have just learned that it just leads to constant disappointment in relationships because you love and love and love, and it never feels like they feel that same way for you. It feels like you would go to the ends of the earth for them and they would never do that back for you. So miss me with those.
A lot of people don't want to settle down anymore. There's a lot of hookup culture, mostly men. What do you mean by mostly men?
I feel like men just see a girl, they just want to.
Do you think it's because they feel like that's all y'all good for?
Yep. Yeah.
And whose fault is that?
How's that our fault?
Oh, how is it not when most women put a price on everything to get from them? If men feel like everything is about money, so let's just get straight to it. But once you put yourself in a transactional energy, it brings men the transactional energy out of them. It's like, well, everything is a price with her. She's not going to listen to me. She ain't going to change how she want to wear. So let's just get straight to the mustard. Women, I feel like, are forcing men to be that way. Y'all show, y'all take crazy pictures. You're always putting yourself out there. So that's giving pay for me vibes. So that's why men are going to come at you like that.
I think if a woman was to take crazy pictures, like, she's doing it for herself, not like for other people.
I know, but you're still speaking from the perspective of a woman. Y'all don't even consider how we view things, and how we view things should matter because we built this. So we have to, our voices have to matter. The fact that you can work in a world where you don't rely on a man was afforded to you by the ingenuity of a man. Y'all never think about what men think.
So I met this guy on Hinge. He was really cute, you know, smart, good job, but we matched, and eventually I ended up giving him my phone number. You know, we were having like cute conversations, and then I basically just sent him like a cute little selfie, right? Nothing crazy, just like a cute little selfie. And he was like, "Can I send you something a little more?" And I was like, "Sure." And of course he immediately sends me, which I did not ask for. But honestly, do we ever ask for it? Probably not. Anyway, I kept talking because it's just bleak out there. We set a date and time to meet for a date, and it was gonna be like, you know, drinks by me for the first date. I got all ready and everything was fine. We confirmed like earlier that day, we were talking, and then we were supposed to meet at 7, and then around like 5:30, he was like, "Actually, can we move it to 8?" And I was like, "Okay." So we moved it to 8, and I sent a text just because, you know, I was like, ugh, I had a gut feeling. I sent a text at like 7:15, and I was like, "Hey, are we on for 8? No response. So I just sent another text, and I was just like, "Listen, I'm looking to be a priority in someone's life, and this is just a waste of my time. So let's just cancel. And it was nice to meet you." I didn't hear from him until the following evening when he texted me, "I would have been late anyway." And I just responded like, "That's fine. I just don't need this." He keeps like asking me out. So finally I was like, you know, I have no other prospects. Maybe I'll just get a free drink out of this and it'll be fun. So we schedule another date for Thursday. Honestly, the day of comes, and in my head, I'm just like, man, I really don't feel like going anywhere tonight. Don't feel like seeing this guy. He's just like, yes, he's cute, but like at what cost, you know? So I just didn't reach out to confirm because I was like, it's on him now. Like, I don't care what he does. He never reached out, and then we never spoke again. And I feel like that summarizes the general Hinge experience, you know? The apps are just really bad. I go in like waves of inspiration to find someone to date, and then I just go out of it and I'm like, ugh, I don't really care. I'm like fulfilled in all other aspects of my life. Like, of course, I would love to date someone and love to be loved, but I am having fun. When it happens, it happens. And I know everyone says like, you know, when you stop looking for it, you'll find it. Not with my lifestyle. With my lifestyle, I am at home all the time, which I love. Like, by choice, I'm doing this. I'm just like, I'll do the apps and maybe there'll be a connection. Anyway, I did end up meeting this one guy. It was a nice first date. Like, we had a really nice time. I was really attracted to, first of all, his height, because that is one of my preferences on the dating apps. He was really smart, and I find that so attractive. Like, he had a really good job, really smart, guy, young. And then we talked on the phone. Like, he called me a lot before we even met, which I hate phone calls, but I was like, whatever, you know, he just likes phone calls. And we had such good back and forth, like banter. I was like, okay, I'm excited to meet this guy. Then we meet for a day date, which I actually honestly prefer for a first date. We went and got like a little drink at a place in Culver City, and it was a great first date. I will say his photos were a little misleading. They were definitely older photos. So I still found him like cute. And after our first date, I wasn't sure about it because personality wise, height, like everything, he's so attractive and we got along so well, but that spark wasn't there, you know, where I want to kiss this man or like I want him to hold me. That wasn't there. And to me, that's a massive part of what I'm looking for in someone. Like, I want that magnetic explosion spark. And he asked me out again, and I was like, you know what, you know, first dates, whatever, let's try it again. So he ended up getting us fast pass tickets for Halloween Horror Nights and at Universal. And I go every year. I love it. He was like, all right, we're going Sunday. I got tickets. And I was like, say less. So we ended up going, and it was such a fun night, but I just still kind of found that spark wasn't there. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just, you know, it's just not there, and that's okay. I still wanted to go on one more date with him because like sometimes you don't know, you know, like sometimes that initial crazy magnetism isn't what's long lasting, which I have found the case with one particular person in my life that will never leave my mind, but it's just not going to happen with that person. So I was like, maybe this one, you know, I just need time. When before he was super chatty, would call me all the time, it started like dwindling down, and I was like, okay, this is the inevitable slow ghosting that's happening. I just initiated it with, hey, I noticed that like, you know, the convo is dwindling, and that's fine. If you want to part ways, like, that's fine. We can just say goodbye, and it was really nice to meet you, and I wish you luck on everything. But if there's a reason why, and maybe you're still interested in me, I would also like to know, because like communication, you know? And he ended up responding like, hey, my God, I'm sorry that it's been so quiet on my end. He had a full-time job, and he was also starting a business, which I was aware of. I would love to keep getting to know you. And then I was like, okay. And then we just stopped talking. In my mind, most likely, he had someone else in his life. Like maybe he met someone else, or I don't know. I don't think it was because he was too busy. I mean, he was too busy for sure, but it's fine, guys. You can just say what you need to say. So we ended up just never speaking again. I'm like, okay, so this might blow people's minds, but I have been to Trader Joe's less than 5 times in my entire life. I was like, should I go to Trader Joe's and shop and just see if I can run into the love of my life? Like, I don't know. I ended up not going. Instead, I ended up staying in and playing video games. But anyway, I'm not meeting people. I'm just not meeting people where I really want to stick it out and like get to know them and date them seriously. And I'm also very picky. I am very picky because my last relationship, I settled. After years of dating, he ended up cheating on me for God knows how long with God knows how many people. So you know the internet sensation Nobody Wants This, that Netflix show with Kristen Bell and Adam Brody? I haven't watched it yet. And that might be kind of shocking because I am known for literally watching everything. If it's terrible, I'll watch it. I haven't watched Nobody Wants This yet. I'm dying to. I'm scared it's going to depress me. Like, I'm genuinely scared I'm gonna be depressed watching it because, like, from what I've heard, it's a man who will take this woman because he's an adult. And he's like, you're not too much to handle. I'm worried it will depress me because that kind of love feels impossible to me, like, at this point in my life. I have only had long-term relationships. I've been single for the past few years, which is very new to me. That's partly because my last relationship, I settled, and I never want to do that ever again. Like, I'd rather be single for the rest of my life than settle with someone. And then the one person that I was really interested in, where I had that crazy spark that I still like think about, he like had met someone else. It's hard now to find that spark with someone. It felt so rare. Does anyone have like a single brother or like a single cousin or a single friend who would like to submit his application? I got a lot of new followers recently, so I feel like it's kind of a good place to tell you more about myself. Hi. So I was born in Finland. I ended up growing up in the Netherlands and Germany and graduated high school in Germany. Ended up moving to Michigan, where I went to university. And then right when I graduated university, I moved out to LA because I wanted to work in film, specifically in development. So working with writers and scripts and stuff. I ended up doing now I don't even think it's legal, but back when I started, unpaid internships were the thing. I was doing 3 concurrent unpaid internships a week. So I was working on the Disney lot, I was working on the Warner lot, and I was working on the Universal lot for a little bit. I did get to see Tom Hanks and meet Emma Thompson though, because they were filming Saving Mr. Banks in the building I was interning in, because I was interning at the old animation building on the Disney lot. So that was fun. Anyway, I ended up pursuing film for a while until I was 27. And then I was like, man, I really don't want this. At the time I was working at a management and production company. I was on one of the partners' desk as his assistant. Yeah, I was just like, I don't want to become a manager and I don't want to be an agent. I went to school for this, which definitely didn't need to study to get into my field. But if you have any interest in hearing about that, I'm happy to do a separate video on. I was 27 and honestly, my whole life since I was 10, I've known what I wanted to do. I was like, I want to work in film. So at 27, when I realized to myself, I was like, man, I don't want to do this. It was really scary, honestly. I knew that I wanted to work in video games. I've been a gamer my whole life. I was just like, I freaking love video games and I want to work in games.
Lazy dating, nonchalant. I'll try a little bit of this. I'll go for a little bit of that. And we'll see where we come. If I find a spark, great. And, I didn't find a spark with this person. Lazy. These modern women act like they don't understand. I mean, they just out here wafting, just in the wind, just floating in the wind. I'll try this. I'll go over here. I'll do that. And I don't really like him. I don't feel like that. But I'll go out on a date. Why not? I'm bored. And get out the house. And he sent me something and I really didn't like it. But I gave him a chance anyway, because why not? Because you should have shut it off when he did that, because you're complaining about it. So it wasn't a problem then. Don't make it a problem now. Right? Y'all be handling and allowing toxic behavior. Men must have looked attractive to you. Y'all be allowing stuff with men that look attractive to you. Must have been that. Maybe not though. I might be assuming. But the point is, after he did that, you still went out with him. Twice, actually. Went to go get drinks at a bar. Okay, cool. Then went on another experience. Fantastic. Maybe I'll go here. Or I'm still looking for that one lost love, because you're playing games. You're still trying to get back to that feeling. You're probably still comparing all these men to what you had in the past, because you're out here just doing whatever you want, whenever you want. And if I find somebody, I find somebody. If I don't, I don't. Well, you don't. That's how this happens. You don't, because you're not serious enough. You're not serious enough. And that doesn't mean that you can't have fun. But that just means I'm looking for something. Now I'm coming in this store, looking for something in this store. I'm looking for a red shirt. Y'all be in there looking for blue shirts, black shirts, white shirts, yellow shirts. Leave out with a yellow shirt. I thought you said you were looking for a red. Yeah, but this one looked really nice. You were looking for a red shirt. Go in there, get the red shirt. If it's not there, leave it there. Period. It'd be one thing if you go in a store every so often. I'm looking for this. I'm looking for that. Why? Can you tell me why you're looking for a red shirt? The event calls for a red shirt. It's not just because I love red. The event calls for a red shirt. Let's knock out all of this nonsense about, well, red is my type, or a boy 5'11" with a dad bod and blonde hair, blue eyes is my type. And that's the only type that I go. You told me to. No. What I'm telling you, well, why do you like that guy? Oh, that's just my type. That's just what. No, we don't want to hear that. You need to find a man that fits a certain character, that fits a certain line of behavior. All that other stuff, we can work and tag and put that where it needs to be. We can fit that into the piece of the puzzle if need be. That's what I mean when I say you need to go in there looking for a red shirt and get a red shirt. It could be light pink. The shirt could be crimson red. The shirt could be any shade of red, but you need a red shirt. Y'all go in there looking for a yellow shirt, Chad, black shirt, Tyrone, white shirt, whoever else that's going to do you wrong. And I told you to go in there and get a red shirt. Oh, but I just really thought and it looked so nice and it had flowers on it. It had a Hawaiian theme. And shut up. Look for the red shirt. Any shade of red, but you're going to need a red to get into the event. Don't show up to the event without a red shirt, period. Y'all don't follow directions. Y'all don't listen to know what nobody tell you. And then we get videos like this where y'all complaining about somebody that you lost in the past. Can't get back to the spark that you had with him. You're not, because you was playing games and he obviously and clearly wasn't. He went and what? Found somebody else. Y'all keep it up though. This is y'all's life. However y'all want to live it. You want to get into film, gaming, acting, and all that other stuff. You want to get into everything under the sun, but the right thing. And you're getting what you get because you're directionless.